What's crackling, everybody? Welcome back once again to the definitive cereal tier list, where each episode we take a cereal, put it on the tier list, so you know how good it is. I'm your host, Tucker. In this episode, we're doing Berry Colossal Crunch with Marshmallows. Berry Colossal Crunch was one of the early Malt O Meals we did, and that did end up getting a C, so one of the little more solid Malt O Meal choices. So this looks to be just that with some marshmallows, which could be good, could be bad. We've had a couple times with like Fruit Loops and Frosted Flakes, I guess, too, where adding the marshmallows sort of brought down the cereal a bit. So hopefully that doesn't happen with this and the marshmallows turn out to be a very good addition. Let's just open it up. Alright. Smells a little more sour than original Colossal Crunch. Like how I remember. Like it's similar to, obviously, the Crunch Berries. Yeah, it seems a little different from how I remember. Okay. I don't imagine it says the marshmallows on here. So, what do we got? We got green fish. We got some red, yellow flowers. We got pink starfish, I think. Purple something. Purple with some white lines in there. Not really sure what that's supposed to be. Yeah. Just some sort of generic shapes. Kind of weird, the fish, because nothing about Berry Colossal has to do with fish, but like Captain Crunch kind of has to do with fish, so bit odd. Okay. All right. It's not bad. It's definitely softer than Captain Crunch, like these core pieces. Don't think you're going to have to worry about cutting yourself with those. That's nice. Pretty decent mix there in that bite of base piece, the berry piece, and marshmallows. So overall, pretty solid. It was a little soft, I guess, but that's not a huge issue. I'm most of the way through the bowl now, and pretty much every bite I've had at least one marshmallow. So we got a pretty good ratio going on here. So I appreciate that. I try to bite just a marshmallow on its own, see if there's anything sort of stand out or unique about it. Seems like pretty regular marshmallow, so no pro or con related to that. Just, yep, it's a marshmallow. So overall, this has been very solid. I've enjoyed my time with this thus far. The milk has changed colors a bit, so let's give it a taste. That's pretty good. Got a good berry plus extra sweetness in there. Yeah, I'm pretty into that. It's, like I said, you're getting a lot of the core berry flavor that you would expect from Colossal Berry, but the marshmallows are bringing in just a bit more sweetness to it. It's working out. Yeah, it's not quite like a fruity ice cream. I don't think it's that far, but that seems to sort of be in the correct realm almost. I didn't expect the marshmallows to make a colossal difference, but this actually was an improvement. So I don't think any one part of this is especially standout because you've got the Captain Crunch style base piece, which I don't think matches the flavor of Captain Crunch as well because that base Captain Crunch very solid. This one just kind of works out. It's all right, and it's also much softer, so it's gonna get a bit more soggified than Captain Crunch is, and you're not gonna have that starting crunch either. So it's a little lesser there. The berry pieces, they're all right. I thought with Captain Crunch adding in the crunch berries kind of distracted a bit from the base piece because I liked that so much. But with this one, it kind of works a bit better because they're not one being much better than the other. So kind of just works out. Got a bit tart, sour, not a ton, but just like a slight hint of that with the fruit flavor. And then now you're throwing the marshmallows in there as well, just to add a bit more texture and have that sweetness. So you got the tart and sweetness kind of meshing together in a good way. And I think the whole package comes together really well, despite none of the single pieces on their own being like best in their class. So what I'm gonna do is give Berry Colossal Crunch with marshmallows. Let's see. I went back and forth a lot between B and C for this one, so I think it's kind of on the edge there. So that makes it one of my favorite Malt O Meals we've done so far. So that's really cool. I appreciate that. And I think it's a factor of that and sort of how pleasantly surprised I was that everything works so well that made me want to give it a B. But I think comparing some of the other fruity or berry-y with the marshmallow cereals we've done, it's a bit more in line with like the C-ranked Berry Bolt or I guess Monster Mash as well. That was also a C. Versus something like the Fruit Loops with marshmallows. Like that still seems like a bit higher overall. So ends up at a C, but again, very high C for this one. And I think I don't feel bad saying this for me was better than Captain Crunch with crunch berries because of the addition of the marshmallows. So it's in the same rank as that and also original Colossal Berry Crunch. So I think if you take all three of those, I would pick this one almost every time. Like maybe if I wanted a bit more of that base Captain Crunch flavor, I would go crunch berry, but I'd still rather just have base Captain Crunch anyways. So I'm just saying this works pretty good and doesn't feel blasphemous to put it above Captain Crunch with crunch berry. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and in the comments below, post your general thoughts. Let me know if you've had Colossal Berry Crunch with marshmallows and what you thought of it. If you thought, like me, this was a very good addition to Colossal Berry Crunch and improved it and brought the whole package together, you can let me know. If, like has happened with marshmallows before, you thought this kind of detracted from the overall experience, you could let me know. If you're a hardcore Captain Crunch fan and you wanted to defend Captain Crunch with crunch berries, saying like if they added marshmallows to it, it would blow this out of the water, you could do that as well. That might actually be pretty good, so feel free to hope for that. But until next time, stay delicious.